Okay, awesome. Thank you.
People were saying, yeah. People were saying
Yeah,
they hear.
yeah, I saw that.
What about YouTube stream? Can you guys hear the guys in the background?
Can you guys, hear us? All that? Can you do all that?
I don't have
Awesome.
the live stream on YouTube opened, so.
I would say,
Yeah.
you guys who are supposed to be monitoring the YouTube stream, if y'all are doing that, just be alert on that.
Job. Yeah, do a good job.
I don't know who else is looking at it, but I'm not. Show say the YouTube volume works.
Okay, the YouTube is working. Awesome. Thank you. All right, we'll start whenever you guys are ready.
All right, ready? Slides up and everything.
Yeah, slides are.
Yep.
Sure.
I'll just introduce you guys to our awesome team. So we have Draco and Jay hosting today. Thank you to those two. We have Ikaro and Lost moderating the Discord, and Nitro and Shu moderating the YouTube channel. So yeah, don't do anything wrong. They'll ban you. All right, take it away, Jess.
Rate the ban.
All right. After a very long delay, thank you everybody for coming. Hello everybody, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you everyone who turned up today for the now annual Bladers Odyssey Stakeholder Showcase. I'd like to welcome all the esteemed game developers from various projects across the community to our community. Thank you very much to the representatives of Beyblade Physics, Bladers Revelation, Rev Zero, A Bladers Will, Blocks Bladers, Beyblade Online, for finding the time today, for being here with us, as well as all the other game devs who could not make it here.
We'd also like to thank all the content creators for. Oh my God. We'd also like to thank all the content creators and all the community members who've shown us so much love and support over the past year. Today marks 11 months since the game first entered development. This past year has been super stressful for us staff as well as the devs. We're trying harder every day to get this game out to you guys as soon as possible, so stay tuned for all these news ahead.
Let's start talking about today's plans. Today, our board and devs will be discussing the background to how Bladers Odyssey came to be. You guys are going to get exclusive looks into all of our systems. Here first, you'll find out about what you guys can expect in terms of game passes on release, as well as what you can expect from the game hopping into it from the first time. We'll also be addressing something that everyone's been wondering about for a while that's had a lot of mystique being built up over the past week or so. ARC. What exactly is Project ARC? Stay tuned. Like Jay said, we will eventually be getting to all your questions, including the mystery behind ARC. We're excited to show you guys what's been cooking in the Bladers Odyssey kitchen for the last few months. We hope you guys are too. Keep your questions in the chat and keep them in your heads, as we'll try to get all of those done after we've divulged all the information to y'all first. But before all of that, let's pay some respect to everyone who couldn't make it here today due to time zone issues. I'm sure y'all remember we put up a forum about a week ago or so asking people to put in questions. We'll be going over those questions in order for everyone who couldn't make it to get even their questions answered. With that in mind.
Yeah, hold on. I'm sorry, I lost my script. So before we start, we should probably head on to the Q&A. So we'll get up the forum to some of you guys' questions, and we'll get that done. Just a second. Bear with me. I'm being a boomer to find my form. That is not the form.
You got it.
I got it. 1 second. Sorry. Not going as smoothly as I planned. Okay. Yeah. So if you guys remember, a week ago we put up a form to ask your questions for those of you who didn't make it. If you still asked a question and you still made it, congrats, you broke the system. I hope you're happy with yourself. But yeah, we'll get to those first before we start with the actual news. If that's okay with you guys. Do you guys just want me to read out the questions, or?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Awesome. Okay, so let's see. Teddy asks, so about the types of Beyblade, like attack types, attack a lot, and defense types stay in the center. Is it like the anime when a Beyblade attacks like a defense type? Does the defense type not get pushed back, or does it get pushed back? I'll let Aaron answer this one because he's the expert on this kind of stuff.
Yeah, so we're planning on adding more like functionality for the defense type bays. So for defense type bays, we're hoping that you don't get knocked back if you like stay in the center. But for right now, most of the bays, like all the bays, are gonna like have a collision force, and you guys collide and get knocked back. So
Awesome. Nicola S11 asks, will Turbo Awaken State be added to the game? And I'm interested in the release date of the game. I'm just gonna say stay tuned for that. As for Turbo Awaken, we're just doing Gen 1 bays, so dual layer bays as of release. We'll be doing the the sequel gens if the first gen sort of is a success. If it's not, it'll cap off at first gen. So that depends on you guys. If you wanna sort of make the game pop off, we'd appreciate that. Fabiano asks, do you guys plan to do awakenings for parts like rubber for Savior Valkyrie, Chassis 2D, and almost all the rubber drivers? To answer that, yeah, we are having passive abilities in the game. We'll talk more about that later in the stream. Planet 12 underscore asks, he actually asked 4 questions. But he said if you want to answer just one, answer the 4th one. On a scale of 0 to 100, how is the progress of the game? This will probably be the last question I'm going to cover for the pre-Q&A because all the other questions are exact sort of replicas. But to answer this question, this is a pretty important question to address. The game is moving on really, really well. As of now, we would say our first phase, arc, we'll talk more about this later. That phase is pretty much almost done. It just needs some more polishing up. We are working right now on future installments, so Gen 2, Gen 3, so on. We feel like it'll be smoother sailing after Alpha's done because Alpha makes up the brunt load of work. After that's done, we'll be more than happy to sort of, push out more updates for you guys. We will have a lot more features implemented into the game, so stay tuned for that in the news. If the host would like to continue.
Oh, all right. So that's the pre-Q&A. Now that that's over, I'll be passing the mic off to the devs for our first annual Stakeholder Showcase with a benefit introduction to the game.
Slides, please. Thank you.
Yes, I think it's you.
My bad.
Not Mo, that's you, buddy.
Pretty
No,
sure we're
it-
supposed
it-
to
it
do the
says you.
introductions about how we came to be. Yeah.
Oh, I am so stupid. I'm sorry. Yeah, so when talking about Blader's Odyssey, you guys first got to understand where we came from. So about 3 years ago, me and one of the other board members of the game, PC, had a bit of a dream. We had a dream to sort of bring a fresh new game to the community that isn't as outdated as other games in the community at the time. So back then we had sort of, a couple of other Beyblade games that were pretty outdated in our opinion. So we wanted to bring a new game into the market. And that project was A Blader's Journey, or ABJ. Once we started this project, we were hopelessly lost. We didn't have any idea of how all this management stuff worked, nor did we have any devs to help us along the way. It was just me and PC against the entire community. That was a failure. We failed ourselves, we failed our dreams, and we definitely failed our community. When someone says we're being lazy or we're not managing our game properly, I just wanted to let it be known that we're always cautious about what we do because we've constantly been failing for 3 years straight. We experienced all of what this market can throw at us, and we've been chugging along. We don't want to fail again, and we're hoping the Blader's Odyssey will be our shot at redeeming ourselves.
So while KFC was fighting his demons in ABJ, me and Zach came from a separate game called Project Bay. So it wasn't just me and Zach, it was also Zudit at the time. He's a dev now. So basically we had a dream to put Beyblade on the front page of Roblox because let's be real, who doesn't like Beyblade? We had all we needed except a modeler. We're probably gonna go down the same way PC and KFC went down, but me and KFC, well, mainly KFC, had a genius thought 12 months ago. He came to me asking for a merge, and after talking with the team, we decided to finalize the deal to create Bladers Odyssey. At the time, ABJ didn't have a scripter, and we didn't have a Bay modeler. They had a modeler, and we had a scripter. Yeah, vice versa. Though it was a match made in heaven. 11 months ago, we formally started developing this absolute beauty of a game, and we hope you guys will love what's to come today. Try to stay till the end because we have a lot of awesome stuff planned. For those of you who can't stay all the way or aren't here, the stream will be uploaded as a video on our YouTube channel with a summary video as well, so feel free to watch those too. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment in the process too. Now that you've heard about our history, let's come to the present. Let me and KFC introduce us to our awesome dev team. Alright, so we got me, creative head, manager of building, 2D resources, so UI, GFX, faces. I'm also a part-time builder and a environmental artist. Then we have Zach on the left side. He's a modeler. He's also the head of marketing. He's a part-time builder and human resources.
So we have PC, one of the OG heads of ABJ. He's a modeler, a part-time builder, creative head, and a social manager. And then you have me. So I'm more of a jack of all trades. I do all the developing disciplines, but I am primarily a modeler, a head of development. I'm a part-time builder as well. I take care of all the financial decisions of the team. I make the environment. I'm moral support because we need a moral guy, and I also do marketing for the game.
So I'm Aaron. I'm from the basically like head programmer for the game. I do all the backend stuff, the data engineering, data storage. Also do most of the front end programming as well. I specialize in UI and also the special attacks. I'm also a physics expert. You see the physics in the Beyblades. So
We also have our actual VFX crew. So we have Zeal and Zoot. Aaron, Zeal, and Zoot make up the VFX team. Zeal is our particle VFX specialist. He's also our beam VFX specialist. He's one of the primary VFX artists for the game and all the front. He is also a front-end scripter. Zoot is also a particle VFX specialist. He makes mesh VFX as well and trail VFX. He's also a primary VFX artist and he's a front-end scripter. So all those skills you guys see, that all comes from Zoot and Zeal. Next slide, please. Thank you. Then we have our part-timers, Useless and Food. Useless is a builder. He's also a placement artist and an environmental artist. He got banned like 20 seconds ago. Food is our rigging specialist, our character animator, and our skin mesh animator. So that launch animation peak you guys had, that was all Food.
All right, so now that you've heard all about us, we get asked a lot as to why we decided to make this game, and we just want to give a bit of clarity about the game as well. We get asked a lot about why start a game in this market, and the answer is pretty simple. We want to make a game, not a simulator. There's a difference, and I'm sure KFC can explain.
Yeah, thanks, Mo. So, in our opinion, I don't want to hate on any other devs out there who make simulators and stuff. The slides, yeah. Just give me a second.
Whoops.
It's all right. Nice.
I'm gonna.
But
Told you should
tech
have used
difficulties,
PowerPoint.
my bad.
Yeah, it's a little broken.
It's all right. But I'll continue. So thanks, Mo, for that. But in our opinion, I don't want to hate on or shame on any other developers out there who are developing simulators. But a simulator is something you play repetitively over and over, mindlessly thinking you're having fun. But are you really? We don't want to make another grind fest of a game. This community has seen that time after time with every other games. I'll let the slides catch up. So you might want to just spam click. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going.
Did you send me a different one? Because this is the end of it.
Yeah, I sent you a different one.
Oh, that's my bad.
All right, we'll wait for that. Sorry about that.
I thought you just kept going on the same one. That's my bad.
No, I sent you a different. We can have Shu presenting for the meantime if that's okay. If Shu's good for that. Shu, do you want to hop on presenting for a bit?
Mine's about to be done if you.
So I can't share my screen.
Yeah, I got it. It's all right.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
If it'll open, maybe.
We'll also be just picking out questions that we see in chat and just answering them as we go. Externity, Pritish 2008 asks how many bays are coming on release. On release, we'll have 25 bays in game, all from Gen 1. Every single bay in Generation 1 will be in the game. Okay, presentation's good? Or
I wish.
Nice.
It's just that it's because I'm on Windows. It's not letting me open it. Let me open it here first. Oh no. All right. Sorry. No. Where is it?
Delta asks if game reps will be able to talk. Yeah, you'll have your time to talk. Just give it a second. I'll be dropping some big news pretty soon.
I have a better idea. All right. I don't. Wait, it won't open.
I'll open eventually.
Well, it won't even show up. That's the problem. Oh wait, I could just do a little.
If you want, you can stop streaming and then Shu can start streaming.
But you can't stream right now.
If you stop streaming, I assume that he can.
Oh, is that what he meant?
Yeah, I assume so. Yeah, Shu, do you want to hop on?
Yeah, mine's just downloading, so.
Yeah. Thank you. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah. Okay, so easy. So going from that, I personally grew up in a time where mobile simulators weren't games weren't a thing. That sort of magic, we want to bring that to you guys and give you all something you'll hopefully love. And people ask us, how do you plan on competing with these other games in the market? The simple answer is we don't. Blader's Odyssey is going to be a game that's not like any other Beyblade game that's dropped in the market. It's going to be completely fresh and new. We failed time after time to get to this point, and we have a pretty clear vision of what works in Beyblade games and what doesn't. We're going to stick to that. We don't want to compromise our plans that you all will most definitely love just because some other games copying our mojo and doing something their way. So I hope that clarifies why we decide to spend this much time every single day pushing this game forward.
Thank you to the devs for that little intro. Seriously, check those devs out on their social media, please. They have some seriously awesome talent. I'm looking at you, Game Mode. Now, over to Mole and Aaron to give you all a sneak peek into the techie stuff into the game.
That's me.
All right, so thanks, Jay. Oh,
Wait for the slides.
I'm waiting for it. All right, let's get into the systems of the game. All right, I'm Aaron. I'm the head dev for the game, head of scripting, VFX departments. Mo and I are gonna run you through the 4 core systems of our game. I have like a ton of epic stuff, but we're looking at 4 systems. So first, we have our startup logistics systems. These systems. Wait, is the slides playing?
Yeah, do you want to? Yeah, there we go. Just sift through
Yeah,
them.
alright.
Yeah.
Yep. So these systems, they activate at the loading screen and they stay active for the rest of the player session in the game. These are the backend data gathering systems. You can't see them, but all the data that's like initialized in the loading screen is reused throughout our systems to give you guys the best playing experience possible. So let me introduce you guys to our OS Log Stadium Touch and Radial Gate systems. So first we have a Stadium Touch, right?
Yep,
It's
just
basically
slides.
fully backend. Yeah.
Slides load.
The Stadium Touch system gets all the data from a stadium. The system is basically the backbone of Blair's Odyssey's robust and intuitive combat system. Stadium Touch can
Just
get the dimensions of the stadium, its depth, even what color it
Sorry.
is. But
We're waiting on slides. Sorry.
Oh.
Should you want to keep going? Thank you. Yep. Yep. We're good. We're good.
So yeah, but its main purpose shines with its Beyblade data. Stadium Touch is it's able to get all the data of every Beyblade that's launched within a stadium. This data is forwarded to all of our systems that make the game run smoothly, and that brings us to Radial Gate. Radial Gate is our current like movement system for stadiums, and it directly links to Stadium Touch. Radial Gate basically just uses the position data of every Beyblade in relation to the stadium center. We use this data to calculate the distance from the radius and then like put an opposite logarithmic force on the bay. In normal people terms, this just means that your bay slows down the further you get from the center. This decreases the chance of like you ringing yourself out, and it lets you guys have more fun battles by actually staying inside the stadium.
Those two sound awesome, but let's be real. The ODM physics sneak peek, that was actually hype. So let me give you guys a little look into our OS knit ODM physics. So basically, ODM physics stands for omnidirectional physics. So what does that mean? Goes in all directions. The bays bounce in BO, something that's never been done in a Roblox game. We push our boundaries really far. Some more additions to the system since that peak include the bays now actually climb the stadiums and are perpendicular to the stadium floor, as well as a complete overhaul of the stamina law system. I can't describe it in words, but let me tell you that BL will be more visually appealing and immersive than you can imagine.
Alright, that's cool and all, but I'll do you one better, right? So everyone in VC watching the stream, maybe write this down somewhere. BO will be the first ever Beyblade game to feature a fully immersive game plot as a storyline. And that brings me to our OS Quest system. OS Quest is a front-end and back-end system that includes a fully modular dialogue and camera cutscene module. Using OS Quest logic handling, it lets us create a completely enhanced plotline, so you guys, I'll be ready for that.
Okay, you may have one up me there, but instead of talking about something that far into the future, why not talk about the present? Let me give you all a little talk about our special move system. Blader's Odyssey has a very, very expansive special move system. Brace yourselves for this, because there will be not one, not two, not three, but 6 types of special moves in the game. KFC will be covering these in detail later, but let me give credits to both Aaron and KFC for their big brain work on the OS Polaris system, without which all those awesome movement specials wouldn't be possible. Now I'm sure all this tech talk has got you all bored, so let me move on to something slightly more interesting. Let's talk about money. I love money.
Me too.
W. Alright. While BL started off as 2 passion projects merging, our scale of operation has grown so much over the past 11 months. With that comes the need to make a profit, obviously. The game isn't going to be pay to win, but there will be game passes to be introduced. Let me take you through those real quick. BO will feature a couple of planned and confirmed game passes on release. These include the option to purchase a hoverboard, experience boost, and finally, color customization. But wait, there's one final thing that might get your hopes up. BO will be the first Beyblade Roblox game to have not one, but 2 planned DLCs, in addition to our plot. I can't say much about this. There's a lot to plan, but you heard it here first. But enough about money making. Let's talk about how you guys can make money by being a part of the Bladers Odysseys family. While we don't attract investors, if you remember from our introductions, there are a couple of gaps in our dev lineup. We've been filling them in with commissions and our own skills for the past 11 months, but after we open the game, we're gonna need a well-oiled machine and a good dev lineup to pump out updates fast. That's why we're gonna list out any potential job offers from our side to you guys. If there's any talented devs watching this who want to be a part of this BO journey, please feel free to contact us. So basically what we need is a front-end scripter, we need back-end scripters. We also need modelers who specialize in building. We need animators, and we also need an SFX designer. Now, after all that yapping, I'm sure you guys are tired of my voice, so I'll hand over the torch to KFC to give you guys some energy and excitement, because we've got some fire stuff coming up.
Hi, okay, I'm KFC. As you guys already know, I want you guys to take a quick breather just to sort of refresh, because we have the content reveal and we have a lot of other stuff planned. So yeah, gameplay is about to come out. So all of you take a breather because it's about to get wild. So thanks, Mole, for that amazing summary of our game so far. But I'm just gonna amp it up now. For all of you, I want you to take a nice stretch and get your glasses on, because now for the first time, it's time to talk about content. What you can expect from the game when you join and how Bladers Odyssey will play out. I'm going to try not to gatekeep anything from you guys, so you heard it here first. So Bladers Odyssey will feature 3 game modes for play. There's Journeys mode, Ranked mode, and Casual mode. I'll let the slides catch up. Now don't go thinking that these modes are just regular old game modes from a regular old game. In order to progress in the game, the player needs to play all 3 game modes. We're not compromising on the content in the game. There's going to be a lot of different content to play. We're going to make it as immersive as possible for you guys. So let's start off with the Journeys mode. As Aaron talked about before, thanks to our OS Quest system, BO will be the first game to have a fully immersive plotline in this community. I'm not talking about 2019 2 Quest plotlines. I'm talking about a full-fledged storyline for the game. BO Journeys is going to be your very own Beyblade Burst adventure. You versus the blading world. Something no other game has done in this community. The plotline will be divided into 2 phases in BO. A quest phase and a tournament phase. Explore our map, take on NPC battles, fight a boss, and at the end of each quest, gear up for a tournament and take your chance at glory. Now, many of you people who play only for PvP might ask, why play the plot? Well, it's simple. You kind of need to. Journeys mode is essential because it's one of the main ways to obtain bays in the game. Beat a boss and you'll unlock components for their bays. More on this later though. It's ranked time. If you guys will just look at the slides, it's gone now. I'll show you later, but it's ranked time. That's the same slides. That's the same. Thank you. Yeah. So if you look at the bottom right, that picture over there, that is our entire plot line for Gen 1. I'm not going to spoil what that means. I'm not going to spoil the actual quest. You guys are going to have to wait for that. But that is how it's going to play out. You guys can take from that image what you guys want to take. But for the next thing we have on queue, we have ranked mode. So slide change, please. Okay, so ranked mode is for the PvP player. It's an insane way to earn experience and fast, but just as challenging. For you role players out there, rank mode is not recommended for you guys. Rank PvP in BO is going to be a completely different ballpark from the base game combat. Slide, please. Every little thing matters. Your launch angle, your bay, your launcher, your positioning, all of it is going to matter when it comes to battles. Up to the challenge, rank mode is for you then. Let's tone it down for a bit and go to the general player and visit casual mode. More. So casual mode is for the average Bay fan. Go and roleplay to your heart's desire, go fight other bladers, but the most important point of casual mode, the bays. Remember how I said more on the components later? That's because they all come straight down to casual mode. A couple weeks ago, we put up a poll on how grindy you guys want the game to be. You all said a level of 6 to 9. 629, not 69. So here's the answer to that. Go hunt for your unlocked bay components across our immersive map and build your bay from scratch. That's the Blader's Odyssey way. Too hard? There definitely will be some tools to come around and help you out. Stay tuned for those incoming peaks. So now for something a lot of people have been excited for, special moves. A lot of games don't do this, but we do. Let me dive a tiny bit deeper into the game now. You heard about the gameplay loop, but what about the battles? As Mo stated before, there's not just one, not two, but 6 different move archetypes in the game. You heard it here first, folks. Just in case some other games decide to take inspiration from our game, allow me to introduce you to the most expansive Beyblade moveset on Roblox. Presenting our OS Polaris system-powered movement-based system, our OS NIP-powered static and two-piece move systems, our area effect move systems, and finally, something that's never been done before in this community, counter and lock moves. There is a 6th type of move that I'm not going to be revealing at this date due to strategic reasons, so stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for later, peeps. So I'm going to go through the moves real quick, just because I don't want to leave you guys in the dust. I'll go in detail here. Next slide, please. So OS Polaris, as you saw before in the system rundown, it is a movement-based system. The skill moves focus on movement of the bay. Examples of this include moves such as, one more. Examples include moves such as rush launch, counter break, and rising shoot. So if you look at the GIFs on the side, you'll see the bay moves actually, they move around the stadium. That is our OS Polaris-based movement system working its job. Next slide, please. So after OS Polaris's movement-based moves, we have our two-piece moves. Now, this is not a one-piece reference. I'm just saying this right now. Two-piece moves have 2 phases, activation and hit phases. So there will be 2 separate sort of phases for the move. There will be an activation phase, and once you hit, there will be another phase. Click, please. Examples of this move include Howling Strike, Alicorn Shoot, and Inferno Smash. You've only seen not even one of those moves. You haven't seen any of these moves in action in sneak peeks yet. So this is an exclusive peek. If you look at the GIF on the right, that is Inferno Ifrit's ultimate move, Blazing Destruction. That is a 2-piece move. Next slide, please. After our 2-piece moves, we have our static moves. I'm toning it down a bit. Static moves are just your good old general moves. The simplest type of move and has just an activation phase with stat boosts. Examples of this include Ragnarok Zone, which was in a peak that we already peaked, and Wormguard, which is also in a peak that we peaked. Both of them increase your stamina and defense based on the type that you use. Next slide, please. I feel like you guys are going to be super excited about this one, because I sure am excited about this one. Next up, we have our area of effect moves. Now, a lot of you who play MOBA games, you will know what area effect moves are. Area of effect moves affect not one bay, but multiple bays in the stadium. Click, please. Examples of this include Ragnarok Tornado in the first peak, where it affected a bunch of bays, Horrorsuit Field, and Quill Strike. If you look on the right, you'll see that another exclusive peak. That's Quetzalcoatl's ultimate move, Quill Strike. Yeah, Sukuna's Flame Arrow is BO Cannon now. Next slide, please. Finally, we have, well, not finally, second last, we have our counter moves. And counter moves we've already covered in our Wild Wyvern peak, but I'm just going to reiterate what they do. Counter moves have a queue system. When they're used, they won't hit unless you're hit first. So that sort of gets rid of concerns that if I'm using a counter move, what if someone just dodges me? They won't be able to dodge you because they're not going to know you're using a move. Once they touch you, you will start hitting their bay with your special move. Examples of this include Shield Crash, Ouroboros, and Ouroboros Gaze. Next move, please. The final type of move that we have in BO is something that hasn't been done in this community, I believe. We have lock moves. And as the sort of name suggests, lock moves essentially lock an opponent in an object, depending on the bay. Yeah, so they stun lock opponents in various objects. So if you look on the right, you'll see a move called Husk Strike from Jaeger Yggdrasil, and it locks the opponent in a bunch of vines. So I'm gonna stop talking because you guys are looking forward to something. How about we address the elephant in the room? Yeah, let's talk about ARC for a bit, shall we? Okay, so now a lot of you have been wondering what ARC could be, or could stand for, or mean for you guys, and I'm here to confirm one single thing. ARC is not a release date for the game. The game now is nowhere near its full release, not because we're slacking off, but because we want to make this game magical. And before you say it, right? Next thing, please. ARC is definitely not a separate game. Click, please. If you didn't get that reference, sorry to break it to you, Mr. Destiny Wing YT 1666. ARC is not a separate game. So don't let that crush your hope, though. You want to stick around for this because this part is probably one of the most important part of this conference. Next slide, please. ARC stands for, next slide, Alpha, continue, Release, Countdown. Yeah, take a second to digest that. After 11 months of working daily, only 5 more months on average than other games that have come out recently in this community, we're ready. Wait, hold on. Don't go forward. I'm still talking. Sorry. ARC, only 5 more months on average than other games that have come out recently in this community. We're ready for you guys to see what we've been cooking. ARC is our protocol word for the phases that lead into alpha release. There are 4 phases to this. Keep going. The GDE, the CEST phase, the OT phase, and finally, alpha release. Now you might be asking, KFC, that's a lot of letters. What they actually mean? I'm glad you asked. Let me elaborate. So to start off with, let's start with the GDE phase. GDE stands for Game Developer Expo. This phase officially kicks off ARC and the final countdown till alpha release. What does that actually mean for you guys? Well, it'll be the first time that the general public can get a taste of BO. All the game devs who found the time to come here, as well as some others, will be the first public players for Bladers Odyssey. The phase will run for 3 days and serves 2 purposes. Number 1, it gives us devs a little look from another dev's eyes into what BO could use to make the experience better for you guys. And secondly, we'll be using feedback from the GDE on our promotional material. 2 birds, 1 stone, am I right? After the GDE phase, we have the CESD phase. Make sure you guys are all here and present because these parts are going to be exciting. CESD phase stands for Content Embargo Stress Test. Content creators, I'm looking at you. I actually have some names here. Lusagi, Terra, Not Real Wood, Spizo, Odie, I'm looking at you guys. After the game developers, the next person to experience Blader's Odyssey will be our beloved content creators who've been working so hard on our reach for the past 11 months. We want to give back to them and also push our marketing to further reaches. The CEST will last 2 weeks and content creators will be experiencing 14 of our 25 days. One added in every single day. And just to put the cherry on top, the CEST also officially marks the media ban on Blader's Odyssey lifting, meaning you'll be able to watch your favorite content creators and we'll be able to watch our favorite content creators finally making content on what we've been working for the past 11 months. Next slide, please. Now I know I'm probably boring you with all the talk about content and game dev, so let's move on to you guys real quick. Our community, our #1 supporters. These past 11 months have been an amazing journey getting to know all of you in our server and working for you guys over the lifetime of the game. I know that other games are dropping in the Beyblade market, but a lot of you still remain loyal to us. We appreciate every single bit of that. We know we've spent more time than our competition on this game, and we apologize for that. We strictly believe quality takes more time than quantity. We want to give you guys a game that's worthy of all the support you've shown us. Through polls, interacting with us, or just, hey, are you guys doing okay? Message in chat. All those little things add up. That's why BO is the game it is today. When you all play BO, I hope you realize the amount of effort and care we put into fine-tune these systems for you guys. But wait, let's get back to that sentence real quick. When all of you play BO. When will you all play BO? Oh, that's the next phase of ARC, the OT phase. The OT phase stands for, can I get a drum? Oh, well, it's already on the slides, but stands for open testing. Yeah, I can already see some people getting excited in chat. You heard me right. I didn't stutter. Open testing. Next point, please. Next point. After the CESD phase, every Blader, every Bay fan, every supporter of BO around the world will be able to experience Blader's Odyssey for a limited time. The open testing phase will last 1 week. It has 2 main purposes. To see what you guys think of our game and give you back all the love you've shown us, as well as to see how much stress our game service can handle. Open testing will play out in 2 phases. From the Monday of release till Wednesday, we won't have any optimization systems active. From the Thursday till Sunday, all optimization systems will be active, just to see how the game plays with optimization and without. Next slide. And after all of these phases are done, after all the devs, all the content creators, and you all have played, the game will formally enter alpha phase. All the alpha players out there, your time is coming soon. We're super excited for you guys to experience what we've made. After 76 alpha sneaks, you'll be able to experience the real deal. But you might be asking, KFC, if this is the alpha phase, how much will we exactly be able to play? Are you sure you're not overhyping this? Well, let me answer that for being such an awesome community. The PowerPoint ends here, so if you go to the next slide, yeah, you'll see that the PowerPoint ends. This wasn't meant to be in the plan, and I know the flyer for this event said we'd ended off at ARC, but I know you guys are dying to ask questions, but bear with me for a little bit longer because I'm going to show you guys an exclusive segment. I'm going to take you one step further and show you what alpha release looks like. So alpha release will last 20 to 25 weeks. In this time frame, we'll be dropping a new bay as an update into the game every single week. How does that keep you guys engaged? Simple. Alpha phase takes place in the game's. Feel free to go back and watch what that means after the stream has been uploaded to YouTube, but the gist of it is, the bays won't be given to you. You'll have to work to find bay parts around the map. Then build your bay. Then battle. We'll be introducing a baseline leveling system, which is nowhere near as advanced as our fully intelligent multi-factor leveling system we'll be introducing later down the line. This should introduce some level of grind to the game as you guys asked for, because we care about your opinion. And that's why alpha testing is a game
We'll give y'all a bit of time to process that.
Like an official alpha dev map, quest, media ban lifting, grinding the game.
Like wow, that's quite
A
great.
lot.
You know?
A lot is an understatement. Definitely gonna need to see some time to digest all of that.
All right. So, well, you guys take all the time you need to kind of let everything the devs just dropped on y'all sink in. How about we start doing some more Q&A stuff? We'll be taking some questions that y'all drop in the stream chat, and after every 5 questions we answer from y'all, we'll ask all of you to raise your hands in the stage, and we'll pick someone out. Whoever we pick out can come up on stage and ask a question directly to the devs. Sound good to y'all? Start dropping your questions in here, and we'll pick out ones for the devs to answer.
If you all want to ask questions, please feel free to ask. Please.
And we're waiting.
Let's see here. Okay, y'all got a few good
My-
questions in here.
Okay, hold on. There's a lot of
Yeah,
Okay,
they're
so-
spamming.
Yeah. So I'm just if the game devs and content creators have any questions, you're more than happy to DM them straight to me because you guys have priority. The rep from Beyblade Physics Delta has a question. How many custom jewel layers do we plan to do, possibly as additional content post release? So right now we have. Let me do a quick count.
We got Achilles.
Then
We got Dragon.
seven that are game passing unlockable right now. And it's probably only going to be 7 additional custom jewel layers for the first half. Lusagi also had an idea. Was that after every match you'll be able to talk to your Bay, and there's a chance that it would show like a sparkle to indicate that you're trying to sync with. Would that work? I'm not going to comment on that because we do have something cooking very similarly. But yeah, you'll see it soon. You'll see it soon. A Blader's Will's rep, Novled has a question as well. APW, a Blader's Will plus BO event collab when? I mean, look, I'm open for it if we ever choose to venture into Metal Fight, but yeah, for now, keep that under wraps. But yeah, if any other questions pop up in stream chat, please feel free to, staff, feel free to, hop on and ask.
I want to spamming will Fafnir have spin steal?
Yes, it will.
Yeah, obviously. That's like its main move, so.
Do not spam your questions in the chat, please. I am completely inclined to mute anyone that tries to drown out anyone else. Please be nice.
Yeah. Beyblade Online's representative Brennan, he had a question. In the middle, you explained that you'll unlock parts via the story, but then later said you can unlock parts via casual mode. Will these parts be different and based on any certain factors, or are the parts you can unlock set? So how it works, the game flow diagram is the only way to sort of unlock parts is fighting bosses in the story mode. But the way to sort of, this isn't going to make sense. To obtain the parts into your inventory, you have to find them in casual mode. So the parts you unlock in story mode, they won't go straight to your inventory. They'll go to casual mode where you have to find them to actually be able to use them. If that makes any sense.
Yes.
All
Next
right,
question.
I
Are we
believe
Yeah.
that's all.
are we trying to let people raise hands? Because I think we have the option set off right now.
Yeah, we can raise hands. We can let people raise hands.
Or I turned it on. You guys could. Oh god, there's a
Oh
lot
my
of hands.
God,
Oh my
damn
god. I see Lusagi. I'll let him on.
Yeah, it's fine. We have 56 minutes. Ask away.
All right, do you want to start
Oh my
letting
gosh.
someone up?
Yeah, I'll let content
Yeah, sure.
creators up.
Light 'em up.
All right, everyone.
By the way,
everyone-
whoever isn't verified, please go ahead and verify yourself, cause you're missing out on the sneaks.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Hi.
My bad for cutting you off. All right, I have a real quick question. Well, not even
Yep.
a question, but an idea. Have you ever got Have you guys thought of like a Babe pad, like a Pokédex, just like where you can scan people's builds? Like, have you ever thought about that before?
Do you guys want me to answer that one?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So yes, we do have Baypad functionality. There was in one of our sneak peeks a while ago. The Baypad currently shows only stats and skill moves, but as for a Pokédex system, we do have something like that in plans to sort of check what bays you can unlock at what time.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Thank you.
And yeah. All right.
Easy.
Next up,
Any
we got Snowy.
Snowy? Okay. Hop
And-
on.
Yo, what's up, everyone?
Was
Hi.
good.
Yo, it's good. Been a while to talk to you. Alright, so question is, you said Bay parts will spawn randomly around the map, right? Or
Yeah.
are they gonna be spawned like randomly, or is it like set places? It's like
Most likely they're going to be random, just because we don't want the game to sort of become easier as time goes when people make videos on it. But there will be a pattern to where they spawn. It's not going to be set in a single spot. If that makes sense.
I like it. By the way, Mr. Chicken
Awesome.
Nuggets, you're looking really handsome today. Alright, have a good day.
Awesome. Thank you, Snowy.
All right, next up we got Sharky V2.
I think he needs to get promoted because he can understand my beauty.
Hi.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, hello. So first of all, congrats to you on the ARC. I wish you best of luck.
Thank
I'm
you.
actually friends with some of you guys, so it's a
Oh
pleasure
yeah,
to see
that's
you. It's a
not
good
cool.
game.
That's not
So
too.
my second question is basically for ranked. Will you have like a deep system to make like the combats fair with when you do the matchmaking?
Yeah, there will be a sort of inbuilt leveling. An inbuilt refereeing system. So combat will be fair, and everything will be scaled evenly as well. So it's only going to be relying on your skill and the opponent's skill, as opposed to how much you actually play the game. So yeah, I hope that answers your question.
It's a more advanced
That's
version
nice.
of
Looking
Elo.
forward to play the game. Good luck, guys.
Yep.
Take care.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, yo, let me choose the next one.
All right, someone asked, will there be ring outs? Yes, there will.
Yo, let me choose
Yes.
the next one. All right.
All right, go choose.
Yep.
Probably go for this guy called Spider-Man.
Waterman.
Let's see if he's still alive. Hello.
What's up?
Yo.
Yo.
Hi.
All right, he's dead.
Sir.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spider-Man, your mic.
Come on, Spider, you got it. While Spider's loading, I just want to address a question asked by Omar Star 84 in chat. Will there be different divisions for each gen on Bay for PvP, like one for Classic, one for God, one for Turbo? Cross-gen leveling is something we've been asked about a lot. There will be a system in place to make sure that your former gen bays will be able to compete with gens that are higher than you. So I hope that answers your question. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man has mic issues. Will there be an
They
Elo
can ask-
system? Well, Elo systems is going to be more advanced and it's only going to exist in ranked mode, just to keep a balance between trainers fighting.
Yeah. If you want Spider-Man, you can ask in chat. We'll just tweet it out. Anticipation asks if there'll be a mic court system like NBA 2K. I haven't played NBA 2K, so I can't answer that. I
Wait,
assume a
wait.
mic court is.
Could you repeat the question real quick? What was the question?
Will there be a mic court system like NBA 2K? I'm assuming mic court is like you have your own court to practice on.
Like
There
mic court?
is, but
Yeah,
it is
but yeah.
doable.
We're
Yeah,
adding
it
that,
is
yeah.
doable. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is doable. We can do that, but right now there are a lot of stadiums in the game, so you could probably just find an empty one at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
All the homies be playing FIFA, bro.
Yeah, that's
Big
FIFA.
boss.
That's fair.
I mean, 2K is also good, but I mean,
Big
yeah,
stop. Big boss
yeah, they're
asks-
both the best.
Can you guys stop? I'm trying to speak here. Big boss _ 78 asks if there will be 2v2s. If you want to do a 2v2 with someone, you can just find someone and do it with them, but for a complete system, I can't confirm.
For ranked mode, stay
Um,
tuned.
yes. Yeah. Furious asks how many maps there will be. This is a bit of a. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. Can I say this, guys? Can I talk about this?
say it.
Alright,
Okay.
awesome. So, Gen 1 will consist of 4 maps. Not 1, not 2, but 4 maps. There's the Begoma map, there is the Eastern Woodlands, the Shakadera Mountains, and Tokyo City. Yeah. So a lot of maps, a lot of walk time. Snowy asks, will there be a tourney for like top 10 ranked LB or even top 15? Ranked mode will have a leaderboard. Ranked mode will also have an elo system for points. So there's that. Do you guys want to do a hand raise?
Yeah.
There's a lot there.
There's the one alpha at the
But
top.
yeah, let's invite him.
He's been
slide him
waiting.
in. Yeah, slide foots in.
Yo, what's up, guys?
What's good?
All right, so I have a couple of questions. Am I allowed to ask multiple questions?
Go for it.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
All right, so for my first question, will certain moves have a sweet spot when used somewhere in the stadium? Like, for example, say Ragnarok or Roktovor, would the performance of Roktovor Zone be the best?
That is a very, very good question.
Yeah,
Do you guys want me to take
good.
that?
Yeah, that's
I
a
don't
good
know if you
idea.
guys. This is just something that me and Aaron know. So, do you guys mind if I take this one?
Oh my god.
Yeah, take it.
Or you can just let Aaron answer one.
Yeah, Aaron, do you want to answer?
Hold on, no. I don't really know a question. So.
Okay. So with your sweet spot question, some moves like if you go back and watch the Wild Wyvern moveset in our sneak peeks, shield shoot, some moves like shield shoot, they depend on where you launch them from. So if you initiate the move closer to the center, it'll turn into a shield shoot barrier. So every time you're hit, you won't budge. You will actually do more counter damage to the opponent. If you're further away from the center, you'll just move around to the center. Zach, stop moaning. We're a PG friendly server.
Dog.
But yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, I actually noticed that in the Wyvern
Yeah,
trailer sneak. I
passive
commented.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, for my next question, will every driver have unique stats? Even the drivers that are like in canon, straight up upgrades to others, like how Fusion and Unite are basically
Yeah.
the same premise, but
Yeah,
Unite
every
is
single
better.
part has-
Yeah, each part has their own like stats, yeah?
yeah,
So-
every power has a different stat set.
All right.
Yeah.
Will the Metal Fight X Burst collabs be present?
Possibly not, because we try to keep strictly to a burst game and Metal Fight. It would cause a lot of issues with scaling and plot as well, because we'd have to write in a separate sort of how would they be obtained or, all of that. There's a lot of logistics planning to do. It can be looked at sometime in the far future, but as for now, no, there will not.
All right. You guys mentioned during the slideshow that in ranked mode, strategy would have a pretty large impact on whether you win a match or not. And
Yep.
when it comes to stuff like launch angles and such, would the angle dictate your movement pattern for the entirety of the match, or can there be things done in order to like alter your movement pattern, like hitting the
That is
stadium?
a question. That's another good question. Look, BO is a free movement game, so you can move wherever you want. So it will not impact your launch pattern, but the launch angle will impact how much sort of stat gain you get on launch. So in ranked mode, we'll have a stat gain system. So every time you launch, depending on how you launch or how well you time your launches, you will get a boost in stats or stamina or health. With angled launches, if you're using an attack bay, the general consensus is that once you launch, if you have a steeper launch, you will get a boost in attack, but a decrease in stamina.
All right, thank you. Last two questions. I noticed you just talked about the free movement system.
Yeah.
Okay, so with free movement, are there any systems in place in order to keep stamina type bays from just moving wherever they want in the stadium? Or, like, balance?
So different bays have different levels of stamina drain. So stamina bays generally have a higher stamina drain, although marginally so. So they'll only drain relatively smaller amounts of stamina as opposed to other bays. So if they move around too much, it will sort of equalize at the very end. The main sort of buff of using stamina bays in BO is not having a lot of health. It's having that life after death. So your stamina will sort of decrease slower as you die. So that way, it sort of puts everyone on an even playing field. So if you're against an attack type and you don't dodge them in time and you're on your life after death, you will lose. So you have to sort of, there will be a skill-based gameplay loop in the battles across all 3 modes. If that answers your question.
All right, nice. When it comes to bringing out your avatar, like in the anime, will
Yeah.
it function like a clip, or would it be a cutscene?
So we're not doing avatars at the moment just because we don't want to spend. We did the logistics and it takes a week to actually sculpt the actual avatar and then another week to rig it and then animate it. So that's 2 weeks per sort of bay. We have 25 bays in Gen 1, which puts us as 50 weeks. So we don't want to push the game back another year. So we're not doing avatars at the moment, but there will be other sort of measures in place to sort of make sure you feel that sort of avatar coming out of bay thing. But yeah, stay tuned for that. I can't really reveal much on that. I'm sorry.
All right. Last
Yeah.
question, and you'll be done with me. Will there
Yeah.
be periodic / time-based tournaments in the anime? Like, for example, will at a certain time a new tournament come up, and then once it ends, there would be like a time where you'd wait and train, and then a new tournament would spring up?
We haven't really thought about sort of global event hosting in the game. If anything, it'll be hosted by the community. So all of these guys over here on Discord. But it is something we can look at in the future.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for your questions. Okay. There were a lot of questions being asked in chat. Did you staff pick up on any?
Let's see here. There's a few that I think got drowned out.
Yep.
Anyone who had a question that didn't get answered and they got drowned out, feel free to repost it. We won't
no.
Yeah.
hold you as much for that spamming.
Oh,
I
you did
saw
that?
one. I saw one that slipped by me. I don't know where it is. But someone was asking, is there going to be like some sort of like drawing system, like tying and stuff?
Like a double burst type thing. Or
Like not just like
like-
drawing. Like what will there be draws possible? Like tying in a.
It is possible. It is possible in ranked mode because they'll have, its own dedicated refereeing system. But yeah, it is possible. It's just not implemented as of yet. While you guys are looking at questions, I had Spider-Man's question. He DM'd it to me. Will the base have modes where you can switch from attack to defense? In Gen 1, there's only one part that can do that, and that is trans. The driver which switches from attack to defense. That part does have a mode change, so it'll probably be recurring across the other generations as well.
I got anticipations asking, will there be a bay destruction system, and would there be a way you'd have to repair it?
No, there will not, because we don't want to re-import every single bay and then break them all up and then rescript the entire game to make sure it works with 25 pieces. Yeah, sorry, there's no bay breaks in VO. I had a question from Automaton, the owner of RevZero and their representative. He asks, I understand that there's all these phases and the alpha release countdown begins June 2024, but do we have any estimates for GDE, CEST, and OT? That is a good question. So ARC is scheduled to drop 24th June this year. June 24 doesn't mean June the 24th. It means June 2024. That's why there's the apostrophe out there. But as for estimates for the actual phases, we are trying super hard for an early June, but at the latest we'll try mid-June. The beauty of ARC is that it will most likely not take place after June. It will definitely happen in June. Whether it happens earlier, if it happens earlier, we'll announce it, but as of now, it's looking at early to mid-June, if that makes sense. So alpha release will probably happen end of June. Tat Maverick Yo had a question in my DMs. Do you make a custom skin or is it your normal avatar? There will be character customization. I'm confirming that. There will be character customization soon. We haven't implemented it yet. It's a part of our beta cleanup phase. But once that's done, you guys can sort of, make your own characters. Any other questions that you guys picked up on?
There's like 25 people raising their hands. You could just bring one of them up.
we could probably just slide it up.
Before you do that, I'll just answer this one more. Leonardo PP Santos had a question. If we will have base from another seasons, will be balanced like base season 2, fighting base season 1. Yeah, so there will be a scaling system between the generations, so cross-gen gameplay will be possible. You will be able to sort of, battle a bay that's from a generation higher than you and still be able to win with our scaling system. So yeah.
Someone wanna invite someone? 25 people.
Yeah, I'll bring up a random guy. Boruto, you're up. I'm just gonna ignore the people that are not verified, because, bro, what are you doing? Get verified.
Yeah, real verify. You guys are missing out.
Yo.
There's sneak peeks, there's announcements. You're missing out.
Boruto, what's up?
So my question is, you say we can actually make money from joining the team and doing like modeling.
Yeah, we pay our devs.
When you say modeling, is you talking about like all around modeling, or you just talking like Beyblades?
So at present we have a Beyblade modeler already. We're looking at map builders at the moment. If you go back and watch the stream on YouTube, once it's posted, you'll see that we modeler specializing in building. But yeah, thank you.
W's.
All right, do you guys want to call someone else up, or do you want me to do it?
There's a tester that's trying to talk, but I don't know if should give him, if should allow him or not.
Who's the tester? Delta?
Yeah.
Delta.
Delta.
I don't know why Delta has a tester role. He's not a tester. He got fired like
Wait,
9 months ago. He's been unranked in the group.
You want to let him ask a question?
Yeah, I'll invite Delta up.
All right.
Hi, Delta. Hello. Did I disconnect or?
Nah, his mic not working.
No,
I just saw him in chat too. Where'd he go? Now we can hear you, Delta.
Yo,
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
I got a dip.
Yeah, I'll take care of the Q&A. Thank you for coming on. I
Alright.
appreciate you.
Thanks,
Peace out.
guys.
Peace.
No, Delta.
Delta, you can just ask in chat. We'll answer your question. I'll call someone else up in the
Or
meantime.
DM one of us and we can
Yeah, just do that. Let's see. Let's invite.
Server booster, crafty devs.
Okay, we can do Crafty, then we can do someone else.
All right.
Alright, the stream's still live, right?
Yep, stream's still going.
Hi, Crafty.
Hey, bro, just disconnect.
Is everyone broken?
Bro.
Oh, wait, no, he disconnected. He's not in the.
Damn.
That's
I'll invite someone up.
All right.
Right, Josh, you're coming up. Josh VOTD. Hello. Oh, do you not have a mic as well?
No, I have a mic. I was muted.
Okay, awesome.
I'm wondering, like, how would the leveling up be? Like, would it be like rocks, NPCs, or would there be a story mode?
Bro said rocks.
We need rocks.
No.
Yeah, bro.
That is a complete different game. We don't want to compromise on our sort of playstyle because some
Didn't you
games
say
doing
it
it.
would be like a metal fusion and burst? Like,
That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. But
oh, okay.
as for leveling, the main way will be NPCs. There's also a gym system in place, so you can go train at the gym. We peeked that before, so you can go look at that picture. Once that's implemented, you'll be able to train at the gym. You'll be able to fight NPCs. All of that should level you up.
Oh yeah, also our NPC system is a lot different and more interesting than what you've seen so far on Roblox.
Yeah, our NPC system, it's powered by we created a custom AI for it. It's intelligent, it's intuitive. It'll try counter you as you play. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Take my word for that.
All right. I can't wait for the game to come out.
Thank you. See you later, man.
Yeah, bye.
And the NPC can use specials.
Yeah, and that the NPC can actually use special moves.
Nah, they're potatoes. What do you mean?
They're potatoes, yes.
Oh,
Omar.
Look at your DMs for Delta's question.
Hello, everyone.
KFC.
Yep. After almost.
Alright, so I have a few questions since
Yep,
I'm
go for
heavily
it.
interested in this.
Yep,
So
sure, go for it.
first question is that I do stream often and stuff, and I was thinking of doing this game as YouTube and some Twitch streams. Are there
Yeah.
any things that content creators get, like a private server, like most games do, or maybe like a
We can-
cosmetic or something?
We can do that, but I'm glad you brought up what they get because I would like to address what you guys will get in the longer run. Based on the CEST that I talked about, where the media ban will be lifted, you guys, including you, will be the first players to play BO and make content on it. But this all falls into alpha phase, and there will be a data wipe after alpha phase going into release. So all the bays you unlock will not be permanent, but because you guys have been awesome and you guys, have been supporting us before for the past year or so, we'll be compensating you guys with a custom hoverboard and a custom Beyblade, based on an event that will happen soon. So yeah, look forward to that. You guys will get a custom bay, a custom hoverboard, and a private server to content create it.
All right, that's great. Side question to that though, what would be the requirements for those watching?
For content creation, there is a channel for content creation. There's a channel called CC Requirements, so just go through that, and you can DM our HR guy, Zach, or PyroDev, and I'm sure that he can.
Sorry for the background noise.
That's all right. It's all right. So yeah, just DM PyroDev, and he can pull you on.
All right, so I'll go ahead and hit them up. And
Yep.
now for my second question before you guys, toss me for the next person.
Yep.
All right. So next and finally is, will there be, of course not like right now, but in the future, applications for like not only just more devs or programmers, but people for ideas and to workshop things more all around?
So right now our ideas, we have our testing team. It's divided into two divisions. There's the stress testers and the creative leads. The creative leads are the idea guys. So when you do a tester application, there will be more tester applications in the future after alpha and release. If you do a tester application and you get through, you will be able to sort of give us ideas which will directly influence the game. As for devs, there will be a dev application going up soon as well. So if you actually know developers or you develop yourself, you can apply for that. And based on your level of talent, we'll look forward to working with you.
I know a few people I could recommend for a dev team.
Awesome. All right. We'll look forward to that then.
Thank you for
Awesome.
answering my questions. All of you have a good
All
night
good.
now.
Good night.
All right.
Okay. Any questions in the chat? Or
Kitten
stream
has
chat?
been waiting. Nah, stream chat been kind of quiet.
Stream chat been quiet? Yeah, fair.
I was y'all still up here yapping.
Type. But Delta's question was, will color customization be based on recolors from burst, or will you be freely able to color your base? You'll freely be able to color your base. You'll be able to change all their colors to whatever you'd want. It's not going to be a set in stone system. So yeah, there's that. Anymore?
Usagi back
We got
up.
30 more minutes.
Yeah.
I promise you this is my last one. I promise you. Have you
Yeah,
guys
go
ever thought of added like custom burst animations?
I'm so glad you brought that up because we're working on that right now. Aaron can talk to you about that.
Bet.
Yeah. Currently, 3 burst variants. We're working on the third one, but currently in game there's 2 functional ones. There's the impact burst, where like the Beyblade just like bursts as soon as you collide with it, right? That's gonna be
Yeah.
for when the collisions are like really fast, right? But if your movement is like slower than that, then it's gonna be a flying burst, as in the Bey like flies into the air and then like slow motion, then all the parts
Oh,
like burst.
yeah. Yeah, I like
And we're
that.
planning. Yeah. I'm actually working on it right now. The third one is the arcing burst. Like, if you see like all the references from TV show, like they sort of like curve, right? This is probably gonna be for like special attacks that do burst damage. It's gonna sort of like arc, and then as it finishes its arc, it's gonna burst. You know.
Okay.
So it's more like cinematic.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
All
look
right,
forward to that.
Yeah. I do have a suggestion though. You know,
Go for it.
will there be like a Beyblade quest anytime? No.
Beyblade.
Of course.
Beyblade.
Of course.
Beyblade.
You know,
Of course. Of course, it's Beyblade.
Beyblade.
cooking question mark? All right.
Cooking
all right.
question
I'm
mark?
done.
Maybe. We'll see. But yeah.
That's it. All right. Thank y'all for having me.
Awesome. Thank you.
Go.
There's questions in chat, so I'm just gonna. There's so many. How much will Alpha be? That's a good question. It's planned between 1,000 Robux and 2,000 Robux. We're gonna have an event soon to decide that, so stay tuned for that. There are so many questions. Can like
They're
mods
just
please?
flying in.
Yeah. Can mods just like pick some, please?
Let's see here. There's so many people fiending over Alpha. They're like, I'll pay anything for Alpha.
I don't know if this is the proper time to say this. Zach, please don't fire me, please, I beg. But we are gonna be holding events for Alpha giveaways soon as well. So stay tuned for those as well.
Yeah, and we do have one of the biggest events, which we'll post about tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Stay ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow.
I'm
Brilliant
sure,
night.
I'm sure that some of y'all might have showed up or at least seen the ping for the last event I hosted where people played local official and winner got Alpha.
Yeah.
A lot of us staff are really excited to host events for y'all in the future. Get
Yep.
your game night role ping in the
Yeah,
channel immediately if y'all want to be alert for chances to get Alpha. I cannot stress this enough.
But Ames_alt02 had a question. It's a pretty good one. Is there going to be any other way of transportation besides hoverboards? There are currently.
We've actually sneaked like quite a few actually.
There are 5 transportation modes in BO. Hoverboards are the Game Pass one. Zach, could you rotate your camera? Thank you. Yeah, people are actually like playing the game.
Yeah.
Sorry, I looked at stream and I was like, bro, that's confidential info. Or but yeah, there's 5 modes of transport in BO. There is can I reveal them, please?
There are like 2 of them.
Huh?
Reveal 2 of them.
2 of them? Okay, so obviously you have your hoverboards, which are they are the Game Pass one, but there will also be roller skates, so you can, strap up some roller skates and then skate around.
We've sneaked roller skates too. You guys can go check it out.
But then there's also a bus system. So if you look around the map, peaks that we've done, there's bus stops. You can sort of talk to a bus conductor at a bus stop and just sort of teleport to another bus stop. So it's much faster to get around the map because our map is pretty big. Our map, from what our testers tell me, it takes a good 15 minutes to just go around the map, just explore each part. And that's only one of the maps. There's a couple of other maps that are way bigger. So yeah, there's a bunch of transportation modes. Any questions that you guys picked up?
Someone really wants to know how the point system in battles will work.
Point systems in battle in casual mode, when you PvP with other people, that's just going to be layperson. So you guys decide on the points, because we don't want to sort of, because people have different rules, right? Some people want to go to 5, some people want to do burst only, so on and so forth. So for PvP battles, there's not going to be a set in stone point system, but for ranked mode and the NPC battles and the boss battles, there will be a dedicated refereeing system. So that's going to be there. Just before I interrupt anybody, Snoppy asks if there will be voice acting. No, there will not. There will not be voice acting. 1, because we don't want to voice act, and 2, because we don't want to give you guys unskippable dialogues. Yep. So, any more questions? Any more? We can call someone up.
Someone said for launches, will there be timed, like specific timed angles that you'll need?
Not in casual mode and not in journeys mode. Only in ranked mode. I'll call someone up now. Let's see. Who's gonna be lucky?
Is eeny, meeny,
Also,
miny, moe it?
Yeah, eeny, meeny, miny, moe it. But if you had a question, and it's already been answered, please get rid of your request to speak.
Alright, Kitten has been waiting for a while. I'm not sure if he's still here. Kitten,
Who's been waiting for a while?
to speak.
Hi.
Alright. Hey. Okay. I only have 2 questions.
Yeah.
So, with resonance, will you be able to evolve your bay through resonance, or?
Evolution wise, there will be a separate system. Because BO is it's a custom game. The story is not going to follow what the show followed. It's going to be completely different to that.
Okay.
As for a sort of resonance system, that's probably not going to happen, just because it's going to sort of throw the player base into 2 separate sort of streams of dark and light. We don't want that. There's that. Thank you for asking.
And my second question.
Yep.
Will there be any type of like rogue bladers, like any sort of like bay clubs or anything?
Yeah.
You could join?
I'll let Zach take this one.
I don't want to talk about it too much right now, but we'll reveal it shortly before alpha phase.
Yeah, shortly before I'll stay tuned for that. All right. Thank you.
All right, have a good night.
Peace out. I must stream here because these bros are not seeing in game.
Yeah, thank you, please.
Yeah, these bros are pushing me around. What the hell? Okay. How to share screen.
Mel had a question. I'm going to invite Mel up on stage. Hello.
Hey guys.
Hi.
So can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
So are there gonna be like clashes in the game?
Stay tuned. Sorry, that's the stuff we can't reveal, just because you'll see very soon. I can promise you that.
You guys should,
Do you have any
I just recommend the like 3 different ways of clashing, maybe at least like more.
Yeah, well, stay tuned. I feel like you will love what we have in store. But yeah.
You should probably make more unique designs.
Yeah. We'll consider it.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Do you guys want to pull someone up?
Pull up Ultra.
Like I said, he's been waiting the whole time.
Yeah.
Ultra, my bad.
I don't know what to say, but I had one question in mind.
Yep.
So for example, say Victory, Valtryek, or Valkyrie, I don't know how to say whatever. So say is like I don't know how it would work, but say it's like max level or whatever, and then you go to like evolution. Will he like his level be reset or will it like stay?
To answer your question, the level won't reset, but it will reset in a sort of way. It's hard to explain, but once you get to evolution, you'll sort of see that the level cap will be different between sort of Gen 1 and Gen 2. Like there'll be a completely different hard cap range for it. But on the actual screen, what you'll see is level 0, level 1. But your level 1 God Bay will be stronger than a level 1 sort of Gen 1 Bay. That makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My second question is so I know there's gonna be like you can like customize. Will there like can you customize your own bay and stuff?
Yes, you can. There's a sneak peek on it. You go watch that.
Yeah, okay. Will they get like their own moves and stuff?
Yeah, every single bay will have its own custom moveset.
Oh, cool. All right. Also, I was gonna ask a question about the content creation bit, but then I checked on the
Yep.
thing. And it says you need 1,000 subscribers. I'm 60% of the way there.
You can talk to Zach. You can talk to PyroDev. He, if he can make an exception, there is that. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just to, I don't want to sound like, I don't want to like get into your personal space and all. But are you Australian?
Hmm?
Are you Australian?
Yeah.
Aren't you meant to be in school? Isn't it like first day back today?
No, it's holidays.
Where? What state are you in? What the hell? New South Wales. New South Wales. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. Thank you for coming up.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, no, my accent just popped up with. Any more for any more?
Someone's asking if there's gonna be a villain like Team Rocket type of thing going on.
Stay tuned. I am very very hyped for that part. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
There's a few people asking if there's going to be UGC. I've tried applying, but Roblox is just like being too stubborn. You guys gotta pray Roblox allows me. Once we're in, bro.
We're in so hard. Yeah, any more questions in chat? Anticipation asks if we can do a question from the YouTube page.
Taxi, do you have UGC access? I just got flown across the map. Oh my gosh.
Event Death asks if there will be launching modules.
Oh my god.
Event Death asks if there will be launching mods. There is a sneak peek on that in sneak peeks. Yeah, there will be launching mods that you can put on your launcher. Trip it all the way up. Goofy Goober asks if there will be a stat viewer thing. Yep, Baypad. There's a sneak on there as well. There will be a stat viewing thing.
Make sure y'all go back and check the sneaks, y'all. Some of y'all are asking questions that have already been answered in the sneaks in the past.
But yeah, we'll do maybe 5 more hand raises and then we can probably call it off just because I want to cap the event off at 2 hours and we're kind of hitting that time.
Yeah.
Let's see. Shade is coming up to ask. And then we'll do MS Taxi.
If you guys are coming late to the stream, the entire thing will be posted on YouTube, so you guys could go back and watch it.
Yeah. And just to sort of clarify before I answer Shade's question, if your question didn't get answered because of time constraints, our staff will be going back and looking at the stream and picking up questions that haven't been answered, and we'll be uploading a summary video of the whole, how long is this? 2-hour stream. We'll be posting a short summary video of it, and we'll be answering all your questions there. So there's that too. But yeah, Shade, hi.
Hello. So I was just wondering about customization because I was looking through the sneaks again after you told people to go back in. You only sneak that you could like change parts between your bay for customization, not actually change the color of the bay itself. Because you got Blader's Rebirth, that new Beyblade game that recently came out, and they have a really great customization system for their bays where you like they have many different details that you can like individually pick and customize, and I think it's a really good system for customizing bays. I was wondering if you guys are
Yeah.
going to be doing something similar to that.
First of all, big props to the Bladers Rebirth devs for
Yeah, they did a really really good job.
Yeah, it's a really good system. We do have a color customization game pass. It is planned, it's not confirmed. So whether it will be free or not, I can't really confirm that yet. But yes, will have a color customization system, and you will be able to sort of color about a lot of details on your parts as we move along with time.
Also, the current sneak that exists on customization is really old. We'll be sneaking something on that.
We're on version 3.7. So like
yeah.
I just really didn't want to. I just really want to make sure that I didn't like ask a question that was already answered in sneaks.
Yeah,
Also,
no, it's okay.
From one of the sneak peeks that you guys showed, it looks like the blade majority of the time moves on its own in the stadium in circles. Is that the case, or do you control the bay the entire time yourself?
You control the bay the entire time yourself. That's just a testament to how fluid our sort of movement system is. That is all player controlled movement.
Okay, that looks really really good. I like honestly, I think the bay should like move on its own in circles in the stadium by itself, and then like only move when like the player puts an input. But that's just my opinion.
I mean, there are movement-based special moves. So when you use a special move that's movement-based, the bay will move by itself.
Props to whoever did those special moves. They look amazing. Yeah, I was really
Yeah.
when I saw the one for
Oh.
Wyvern, it looked amazing. Like the whole reverse spin, like super fast.
Thank you.
Top
Thank
stuff.
you. Thank you.
It's like, yeah, thank you. That's it for me.
Yeah, awesome. Have a good day. Have a good night, man.
Yeah, have a good night.
Thank you, Shade.
See ya. Any more? We'll
You said that you were gonna bring in
We'll do
taxi.
MS Taxi. Yeah, and then we can, because we're running short on time. After Taxi, we'll end the stream, and we'll answer all of the other questions.
Oh, hi. I heard there will be more developer applications, but since I heard that Zach is like a modeler itself, what about other modelers that would kind of want to join the team?
So right now we have 3 modelers. We have PC, who makes all the base. We have Zach, who's our tertiary modeler, so he makes environmental assets, like map buildings and stuff. Then I'm a modeler as well. I make buildings as well. But me and Zach are part-time modelers, meaning we have other stuff to do as well. So we're looking for a fully fledged modeler specializing in building, who can, sort of produce buildings for us while we take care of the other stuff that we have on as well. I hope that answers your question.
And my last question, will like early access or alpha will be obtainable during game nights and stuff, but some members are like EU and some are USA, different time zones. How will this be managed? Because for example, in Grand Alfheim, like when there are game nights hosted, it's like 2 a.m. for me.
Right. So the game night events, they won't be manageable for other time zones, but there will be other events and larger events that go for every member in the community that lasts for more than 20 hours. So if you apply to one of those and you get through, you will get your alpha.
Yeah, and we have a larger variety of people on our staff team, so they'll be hosting game nights on different time zone based.
Yeah, there's that too. Yeah, hope that answers
Thanks.
it. Thank you. All right, and I'd like to thank all of you as well for tuning in today. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you guys about our game that we've made. So thank you all for tuning up. I hope you guys liked what we talked about for the past 2 hours. Thank you for listening to us yapping for 2 hours straight. My throat is dry. I need to get a drink. But yeah, this stream will be uploaded to YouTube soon. So if you want to go back and watch it, you can do that. And there will also be a summary video soon with all this stuff and a bunch of other peaks. So there's that to look forward to as well. And as Zach said, stuff will be revealed tomorrow, one of the biggest events in the server. So stay tuned for that too. Thank you all for tuning in.
All right, boys, peace out.
WKFC.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Let's go.